I feel like
Unless they're taking
I
a
feel
little
like
nap
we
there.
normally like say something or like jump and they're like, hey-ya.
Hey, Robin.
And we're both just sitting here like this.
Oh my God. I gotta say though,
We have to
so
change
much
that countdown. I don't really
warmer
like it.
in our closet than it is in the rest of the house.
It
right now.
is. I mean, and
Feels
what's
real
funny
good.
is
Dana,
during
what's up?
hello Anna, hello Robin, hello Dana, hello
Shaolin Dog, what's up?
Shaolin
Danielle?
Doug, Erica, Danielle, Catherine.
Catherine,
My
hi,
goodness,
guys.
guys.
Happy
Thank you guys for
Sunday.
joining us.
Can you believe this week is Thanksgiving?
I am so grateful. I've decided that I'm going to be grateful
Hey,
for
T.
everything.
Everything?
Yes. I've decided that I'm
Name
going
one
to
thing
be
right
grateful.
now.
Facial hair.
She just realized that she's got a new little tuft coming up, like of peach fuzz on the side of her face. She's like, what is this? We got off our VIP Zoom
see that, Alex?
today. I see that. There's terrible things going on there. How about let's not do that.
Okay.
And then she went to go investigate further. Hey, Shauna. Oh, yay. You got your first order today.
Yay.
Wonderful.
On a Sunday.
That's excellent because shipping has been a bit of a nightmare here lately.
Yeah. So I'm really
hey,
glad
Letitia.
that they're still working on a Sunday.
And Mr. Robert, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Jacqueline. It's been a hot minute. How are ya? Hiya.
You're going to finish your
So so after we got the VIP live, because she's sitting there playing with this on the side of her face, it's known as tufts to many of us. Denise knows what I'm talking about. And she gets off and she goes into the bathroom immediately and she's like, oh my God, this is like hair growing on my face. So I love that that's the first thing that you're grateful for.
Well, I decided that I mean, what else do you do? Shave it, of course, but not right now. So I'm just going to be grateful for it while it's there. Maybe it's keeping my face warm. Anyway, guys, we're going to do a Thanksgiving podcast, and we hope that you'll stick around and join us. It's not going to be too long, but we're gonna talk about all the things that we should still be grateful for.
Should.
So let's.
Interesting. That's a loaded statement. Let's get talking.
Welcome to episode number 0095 of Back in the Closet with the Two Crazy Cat Ladies. Today, I am grateful for facial hair.
I like, though, that right before we started the podcast, you said we're going to talk about everything that we should
be grateful for. Well, and I should be grateful for this tuft of hair on the side of my face.
Can I play with it?
Because, no.
So I want to see how long it is.
Because it's keeping my face warm, right?
No, for anyone.
Temperatures are dropping around the...
On the podcast, I think it needs to be clarified because you can't see her. Those of you guys watching live, you can see. She is not talking about her cute little sideburns that come down. She is talking about a tuft of peach fuzz.
That's literally coming out of my face.
That's crazy.
I know. I just hit 40, like not even a month. No, I guess it was a month ago. A month ago, a little over a month ago. Man, time is flying.
I know,
and they said that, you know, you start getting more hairs when you're when you hit the 40s. Hi, Z. Hi, my baby. But no, guys, this podcast is all about gratitude. This week is Thanksgiving. Cannot believe it.
Cannot believe it.
5 days or 4 days, we are going to, here in America, celebrate all of our gratefulness, right? All of our thankfulness for family, for friends, for everything.
Our babies.
And I thought that, you know, it might be a good topic because Adrian and I have been having a rough time on and off. Some days it's like spot on. Sometimes it's just, it just seems like it's kind of hard to find gratitude. And I think it's because in this day, there's just so much, as we've talked about on other podcasts, it's like there's so much divide going on, and there's so much uncertainty happening, and
it's exhausting,
and it can get
Who else
exhausting,
is exhausted?
But the truth is that we, in the moments that we do hold on to, and not even hold on to, when we feel the real that rhymed. When we feel the real gratitude, it changes everything, literally everything. And I'll give you an example. And correct me if I'm wrong.
That's my favorite thing to do.
When we are in the midst of feeling grateful, and we literally feeling, not just like saying like I'm grateful for the tuft of hair coming out of my effing cheek, like, but we're actually feeling the gratitude for life, for the way, for so much. We just had that we're in the
Healthy
midst of our
babies.
10 days of gratitude on Facebook and Instagram, where every one of us are going through, and we're all saying, what we're grateful for and writing it out. It's been really great for me because it's been like I'm feeling gratitude while I'm actually writing it out and saying it, and it helps me to feel it. But I forgot what I was going to say now. What did I start saying? Oh, when we are in those moments, see, that's why you have to listen to me. How are you going to correct me if I'm wrong, if you're not even listening to me when I'm grateful for you? Anyway, when we are in the midst of feeling good, right? Positive gratefulness, everything happens correctly, right? Or everything, like
everything's better and
everything's better. Like, for instance, when we get all these companies reaching out to us, it happens and we see it come in burst. It seems like it's like, whoa, this is really awesome. Like, all of this stuff and things are happening, and it's when our hearts are grateful and our souls are feeling that gratitude, feeling that thankfulness, then all of this stuff outside of us is coming in, and we're like, wow, and it feeds more gratitude and more gratitude. But then that one thing happens to a family member or to a friend or to us or to one of our babies or something, and then we start to go down this spiral of, come here, baby. We start to go.
You feel more grateful than Mama right now, so
but we start to go down this like spiral of almost just negativity. Not almost, it is negativity.
Or it's like doubt, or it's just a total nosedive.
Fear, whatever. The stress, even. I mean, which is all based in fear, right? But when we do, then all of that stuff stops.
Yeah.
We don't have companies reaching out anymore. We're not doing, and then that just keeps us going down. Like, it's like we need to not base our gratitude on outside experiences, right? I think all of us should not. I mean, gratefulness is not. It is a choice. It is not something that comes once in a while and you just hope for it, right? It is something that we can count our blessings every day, regardless of how horrible things can be, and they can be horrible at times. But do you have something to be grateful for?
I think that's the challenge, though, is that it's very easy to rattle off a bunch of things that you should be grateful for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I say should be, but it's like, if you don't actually feel it, then it's you're still staying in that frequency of kind of not being grateful. And I guess the challenge, I don't know. You started off by saying that we're kind of up and down hate cheers. I keep thinking back to 2019 when our house broke. We were broke. Our house broke, and when I say our house broke, it our flooded. Roof was leaking. Our home was flooded. Mm-hmm. Everything was damaged. We had no ceiling, no walls,
no insulation. It was about to hit summer.
It was a really tough time for us, but it was in that time where the dailiness of everything was so just unbelievable that it made us focus on
the good.
And we were able to just take one day at a time. And I think the challenge now is that everyone has kind of ridden that roller coaster, I think, since, I don't know, March 2020, where it's like everything's so jacked up. And then you have this time of like, okay, we're going to make the best of it. We're going to figure out what's going on. And then it's like curveball after curveball. And here we are nearly 2 years later, and there are still curveballs happening. And I think that's kind of the exhaustion part of it, especially when it's involving family or good friends or people that are really having to deal with a lot of the craziness that's still going on. And health being number one, right? Health being the big thing. And it just, I think it gets tough. And I literally, when I was writing the newsletter last week, I literally felt almost guilty for genuinely feeling so much gratitude when I know so many other people are going through things that are so difficult to go through.
But don't you, I mean, do you feel like that's like you think that misery loves company?
Well, that's just it. So there's a part of that human experience, though, of empathizing with someone is a very emotionally taxing thing. Removing yourself, like trying to remove yourself from that situation, to me, I know that when I'm not really diving into the empathy of it and trying to figure out ways that I could help or at least be supportive, then if I put an emotional boundary up, then I feel like I don't know how to connect with that person well, authentically. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I am so sorry you're going through this, but I am having the most amazing day. Do you know that? You know what I mean? Like,
But when you think about
there's so much to be grateful for. It just feels very schizophrenic in a way.
really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Well, to me,
tell me
it's hard
then
to-
tell
it's
me
hard
this.
to-
Tell me this. If you are going through, and you've gone through in your life, right? Like a really rough time where it's not somebody else's pain, it's yours. You're dealing with something that is really got you down. Do you prefer that other people not be happy, not be grateful, not be thankful? Or does that gratitude and happiness and I've just had an amazing day actually lift you up a little bit?
Both. I mean it like this. So I think that
If you're not happy, no one should be happy.
no, not that at all. It's not what I'm saying. Is that what I'm saying, you guys? No. Is that what I mean to say? What I mean to say is I think that empathy is a powerful experience. You know, when we go through difficult times, I think someone genuinely spending a moment being like, "Oh my God, I completely understand what you're going through. I really do get it." You know, being positive about that is great, but there's also that part, and you know this very well. Sometimes you just want to chill in the moment. And the next person that says, but you have so much to be grateful for, you will literally punch in the face, right? It's like, I will handle the positivity when I'm ready to handle the positivity.
True.
Right?
True.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a yes and no thing. I don't think
So,
if you're miserable that everyone should be miserable. And I don't think if you're grateful that should offend someone who is miserable. I just think that when it's you and I right now are both going through very intimate family situations where it's very difficult to navigate that attitude of
gratitude.
the catitude of gratitude, while also genuinely listening and absorbing kind of someone else's reality of what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but at the same time, I want to say that, you know, those family members that are going through stuff are still staying positive, and we're being more negative than they even are, the ones that are actually going through it. You know, the different things. There's different things that our families are going through, but it's,
You might be right.
you know,
You might be right.
so, but in all honesty, us being, you want to call it empathetic, we can be empathetic, but not be miserable because,
Right.
you know, we can be empathetic and still bring positive energy to the world. We can be empathetic and still count our blessings and still be grateful for this little guy on my lap right now. It's so freaking precious. We can still be grateful. And I think, I mean, every day should be a day of gratitude. Every day should be a day of Thanksgiving. But I feel like, you know, as we're leading up to the holidays, I feel like it's really important to remember to be grateful and remember to be positive. I mean, we should always remember to be grateful. And in those moments, life changes. Like, it's like having the best night's sleep or the best dream or something, you know, like it's like, you know, like, and that's how it feels to me, at least. That's how it feels when I'm actually in the midst of gratefulness. We were out running an errand at the market today, and Adrian was like having a real rough time feeling this gratitude thing. And it was like,
well, like we're doing a podcast on gratitude today. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
Well, and but I mean, literally, like, and sometimes maybe it does take you actually. Madison, do you want to come up here too? I don't know if there's room on my lap.
Come here. I got room for you, baby girl.
I think.
Come here.
I think it's sometimes saying it out loud. Like, I wasn't necessarily feeling anything at that point other than driving and going to, you know, I had a bunch of stuff going on in my head, but I didn't really have like a feeling of any sort at that point. And then it was like, but honestly, we're pulling up in a vehicle that is 100% paid off,
that still runs,
that is still running. We have to a grocery store. We have the money to be able to go in and get these things that we need for this awesome recipe that we're going to make tonight that we haven't ever made before, that we were really looking forward to, that we get to cook together. We just, yesterday we had Friendsgiving, and we pounded out we were like the best team.
We were tag team in the kitchen.
We were
making
like a tag team,
deliciousness
making
left
these
and right.
amazing dishes. That was a lot of fun. We have a kitchen that's working. We have
Yes,
a
we
home
do.
with a new roof now.
Walls
and insulation. Like somehow we worked through some of the most trying times in our lives, and yet there's so much to be grateful for.
And I think that's the thing that I feel so duplicit is not the right word, but I feel like I absolutely can very easily say out loud 15 things that I'm so super grateful for. But that feeling, that uplift, have you ever been so grateful you just like cried tears of joy?
Yes.
Right? Like that feeling.
When I was making a post,
I don't want to be crying all the time.
I want to say, Madison, there's something about this new shirt of mine. Everybody wants me.
Yes.
Maybe it's this Catitude of gratitude that I've got going on.
Babies.
But my goodness, sweet baby girl. Friday, you too?
All three cats.
All of a sudden, I want a bigger lap. I wish we would have made more food.
Your pants with cats?
No.
With
catnip. Okay, now I forgot. Now I forgot again. Damn it, we're really not good podcasters. We can't even finish thoughts.
But I'm grateful for that, because if we were good podcasters, then I'm sure there's something to be grateful for in that. But feeling the gratitude, we were talking about feeling the gratitude, like ticking off the things that you're grateful for versus actually feeling it. Yeah. Being so grateful you could actually cry tears of joy.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. So when I was writing, thank you. So that's what you said. When I was writing out the gratitude post on Friday or on Saturday, it was actually, I wrote it out on Friday, for how grateful I am. Our day number 5, I believe, of 10 days of gratitude was about, or 6, I don't know, was about the team and how grateful I am for our team. And as I was writing it out, I literally started crying because they didn't fall. I didn't have tears fall, but my eyes swelled up with tears because, is it swelled up?
They welled up.
Welled up with tears. Oh my God, can you see him? He's so precious. Because I truly am so grateful for where we're at now, and it's our team that has helped us to get to this point, and we couldn't have done it without our team and where we're going, and they are 100% behind us. And just like thinking about the sacrifices that they've made and how they all came on as like volunteers. Sissy's been volunteering for 6 years. Don't tell anyone. But literally, like, they all came on saying, hey, can I help you out? Like, I know you guys are going somewhere, like really believing in us when we didn't really even believe in ourselves. I know, like, but believing that we can accomplish that mission and wanting to be a part of the mission of helping all cats live the longest, healthiest, happiest lives. Like, it's just a beautiful thing. And in those moments, I do feel that gratitude. And maybe it's because I am spelling it out.
Well, but I think that is the secret sauce, and that's something that I'm probably not the only one that struggles with this, but I have to get into the mindset of it. So when I am going through like a busy day, like tick this off, there's not a lot of time, and I'm feeling consternation. Jack, do you want to come say hi too?
Jack.
Hi, baby. Hi.
Yes.
Feeling consternation, either about just
consternation.
Consternation, yes.
What is consternation?
Consternation.
What is consternation?
Like feeling.
Is it like
feeling just like off? You know what I mean? Like feeling a little like not settled, not peaceful, just not quite feeling.
I'm learning all these big words today.
Maybe consternation is not a word. Anyone?
You're usually right when you're with your big words. You homeschooler.
But I think that the issue then is I recognize that I am way on the hamster wheel of something that is not bringing light and brightness, and I'm feeling a little too I know a lot of people in our community feel this way too. You're very much a sponge for the people around you or for the circumstances around you. And it's very hard to not absorb that energy. So when I recognize that my sponge is full of things that are hard or making me feel negative in some way, that I gotta take the time and squeeze it out, right? And I don't always feel that there is that time. To your point of when you take the time and you're writing a post about gratitude, hey Jack,
did I get one of your tea, buddy?
It really forces you to take the time to articulate exactly why you are grateful. Hello, Jack.
Like this little guy?
Hi, my little man. Come here. I got your favorite jeans on, bro.
Even he wants me over you.
I know. So I think it is the practice of gratitude. That it's not just something that I can whip out of my pocket and genuinely feel in the midst of, oh, I'm realizing that I'm feeling negative, so I need to feel positive, like very suddenly.
Well, it all starts with your thoughts.
And it takes practice.
Right? Yeah. I mean, but it all starts with your thoughts. Right? So when our thoughts are sometimes we don't even know where our thoughts are, but when our thoughts are in a negative world of I'm worried about so and so and I'm worried about so and so and I'm worried about this or what I just saw on the news, for Christ's sake, shut it off. Like what I just saw or what they just said on, or a post that I just saw on social media or something like that. Like that's why I love waking up and turning on something. Look at Jack. Oh my goodness.
Jack, I got a whole lap for you, baby. My love bug.
I love waking up and turning on something like HGTV or the Food Network or something that's, positive, even if it's the Pioneer Woman that's forever smiling. Like it's like turning something or finding something at first thing in the morning to be grateful for, something that makes you immediately
waking up
happy. Right. Like being able to, Lindsay gave me this blessing jar that I need to use more often, that I keep right beside the bed. And it's like you write down little things that you're grateful for and you put it in your blessing jar. And I think we should all have one of those. And I think we should all remember it's hard because when you put something there, you just like forget about it. It's like my eye cream. Like I see it every day, but I forget to put it on at night because it's still in the same place. But if I move it to a different place, then I remember.
You're exactly right, though. It is about prioritizing the practice of gratitude.
Yes.
And I wake up in the morning and that's not the first thing. It's not my default. I have to train myself to, I'm not a morning person. So it's hard for me to begin with. But especially when it's still dark in the morning oh my God. But I think you're exactly right. When Lindsay gave you that blessing jar, I was like, oh, this is amazing. I'm going to do this every day. And how many things have you written down and put in there?
Right.
Definitely not more than 365 of them. No. Right. So the practice of prioritizing.
Right.
Deciding this is going to be the mindset. It's easy to say gratitude is a decision, but what are the things that we can do? It's not just our thoughts. Like there has to be, it's actionable. What is the ways that we do that? And I think maybe it is just the fact that we're all living through unprecedented times for the last almost 2 years, because I've never felt this challenged in this way. I've always felt that I really don't have a hard time being grateful for stuff like on a dime. Like, yes, oh my God, thanks for reminding me.
But there is no practice. You don't have a practice anymore. I'm getting worse at my practice too. I mean, like in those mornings where it's like, yes, I will stop for 15 minutes. It's not that I don't have time. It's that I'm not going to take time. But if I make 15 minutes of my time to go outside and walk down to the lake or take a bike ride or something like that, then it's like this overwhelming, oh my God, thank you.
It's a reset.
Like I live here, look at these ducks, look at this water, look at these mountains, look at these trees, look at this beautiful day. Like it's like, these are things that can help, for me. That's what triggers. Sometimes maybe you need a different alarm clock in the morning where it's, you wake up and you hear it and it's a beautiful, inspiring song, right? And it's something that triggers your mind when you wake up to count your blessings or put a blessing in the blessing jar or just feel good, and be grateful. But I think gratitude is, I was looking through today, gratitude quotes and I saved some pictures and I just want to read a few of them because they're This is a perfect one. So a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles.
Ooh,
And that's exactly what I was saying. Like when
yes.
we really are truly in that positive, grateful mindset, it's just like we attract all of these miracles that keep coming to us, like getting a brand new roof. Like, how could we have afforded that? We just filed bankruptcy. Like, then our house breaks, then our car breaks, then like all of this stuff happens, but somehow, some way, staying positive through all of that. I think it's because it was like so much that happened at once that there was no like
We're just like, this is crazy.
we're either gonna fall over and die, or we're just gonna like laugh our way through this. And we chose to laugh our way through it and bring our community with us, and talk about how our house is broken, and do our lives outside because we had no studio. And it was like we really just, and
Really
miracles just happened, just continued to happen, one right after the other, coming to us. And now we have a new roof, $10,000 roof. Somehow we got it for 7,500. Somehow we found $7,500, right? Like somehow we ended up getting a new car. Like somehow we, like all of this stuff happened, and there was no. It's true that a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. The other one, I read you this one. It's not the joy that makes us feel grateful. It is gratitude that makes us joyful.
Say that one more time.
It is not the joy that makes us grateful. It's the gratitude that makes us joyful. You know what I'm saying?
I'm feeling it.
It's true. And that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist merely of words. Gratitude is shown in acts.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right? And this one, I really liked this one because it sounds scientific. I don't know if it is, but I'm guessing it probably is. Did you know that gratitude, 1, shields you from negativity? I did know that.
Yeah.
2, makes you at least 25% happier. 3, rewires your brain. I know that's true because it does actually happen. Yeah. 4, eliminates stress. Yes, because fear and gratitude don't live in the same home, right? Fear and faith don't live in the same home. 5, heals. 6, improves sleep. 7, boosts self-esteem and performance. Know that, yes. 8, enhances the law of attraction.
Ooh.
Magnet for miracles. And 9, improves relationships. Of course.
I agree. Who was the scientist behind that brilliance?
I don't know. It was just a picture I found on Google. But I totally believe all of that.
I do too. I think you were also right today when I was telling you that I'm just not feeling a gratitude podcast today. Like, this is gonna be a dud. I'm not feeling it. You said, well, maybe it'll help to talk about it.
Yeah.
And it does.
Yeah, it does.
And it makes sense that the issue is reprioritizing where I spend my mind time.
Yes.
And
your mind time is going to be somewhere all the time. Even if you're busy, even if you have a lot of stuff going on, that subconscious, whatever. That is still happening. Yeah. And we have to choose where to put that, right? Yeah. Like, and in all the moments, even when you are being busy, it doesn't necessarily take up your mind time, right?
Right.
Like maybe writing a blog does. Maybe that's, but that's not sitting in negativity. If we have that catitude of gratitude, then when we're doing all the other things, it doesn't seem as much. It doesn't seem as busy. It doesn't seem as stressful, when you are actually feeling grateful.
Do you think this is something that is this something that like we all do, especially when it comes like time for
No,
Thanksgiving?
we're the only ones.
Where you really are like, ooh, I should be more grateful for things. So we should probably talk about this again. I mean, I don't know what I don't think I've ever thought about focusing on gratitude around Thanksgiving. Although I do think that the holidays tend to be a more stressful time.
For a lot of
So it
people.
really helps to be kind of centered and grateful going into the holidays. But this is the first time I think I've ever consciously thought about gratitude because Thanksgiving is coming. You know, like trying to do a little reset in a
Yeah.
way, not necessarily
Well,
recognizing.
it's just a good excuse, right?
It
It's
is
just
a
a
good
good excuse to
excuse.
talk about it because it's like right now, especially,
So
and I think
important.
everybody just needs a reminder that there's so much to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Even though there's stuff happening in the world and everything is uncertain and nobody knows anything, and we all think that we know everything, but none of us know shit. It literally, there's so much to be grateful for, and everything else will work itself out if we continue to be grateful. You know, we're not going to be able to change the world. I mean, but we all can. With small steps of gratitude. You know,
profound.
Is it profound? I don't know. I need more to drink. Anyway, guys. So
no, that'll ruin it.
I mean, do you have any closing thoughts? I forgot to test the sound, so I'm not quite sure that we're even recording the podcast.
Well, we could always pull audio from the video, maybe.
Yeah, if that. Yeah,
there's always a solution, you guys.
There's
always a silver lining. I think I'm grateful for you today because that's very. My closing thoughts are, as much as it's my favorite thing to let you know when you're wrong, you're definitely right about today. And I think that it's a great reminder for me to spend more intentional time focusing on the present moment, everything I have to be grateful for in this moment, and not so much thinking about what does A, B, and C mean, or what needs to get done, or all that. And I think that that's a lot where I've been spending my hamster wheel time, and not necessarily able to slow it down.
Yeah.
All by myself. So thank you for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I need it too. Like, I feel like, I'm one of the lucky ones that, like, as the holidays start to come around, I don't get more stressed. I get more grateful. I get more joyful.
You love the holidays.
I do. I love everything. It doesn't matter what's happening. It doesn't matter, like, even when I was just solo, alone, not able to go see family, having to work, whatever, I still I have that. Like, she's
the kind of kid that wraps up the empty Kleenex boxes, living alone in a little rat-infested apartment. She will wrap up empty Kleenex boxes to put under her tree, and she loves it.
I know, because it's just a feeling. I don't know. I get the holiday spirit. I do.
She really does.
Shoot me. Sorry. No. But I want to spread as much of that around as possible too, because, there's a lot of people that do. I mean, the statistics say, no, who knows if that's true or not, but the statistics say that, people are like high suicide rate during the holiday season, that people get way more depressed during the holiday season. And I just don't. I get the opposite. But I'm always the opposite of everybody too.
Well, I think it's easy to think about the things that we don't have. I mean, I think that's actually the big choice, right? The things that we don't have, the things that we don't know, the things we don't understand, that can really consume us. And if we stay there, that can become very depressing.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a powerful thing to really spend time
being grateful for the things you do
things
have,
that we do have,
that we all woke up this morning,
yes.
that we have our health, that we have a roof over our heads, that we have food on the table, that we have our beautiful cats, that are just the epitome of unconditional love. And how can you not be grateful, really?
I know. Jack's sleeping up on the shelf. It's just
they're so precious. So that's gonna wrap up the Thanksgiving episode 0095. Can you believe it's 95? I mean, I'm grateful for that. We've had 95 episodes.
Wow, does that mean we're gonna hit 100 by 2022?
I don't know. I don't think there's 5 more Sundays.
No, but we have one more Sunday in November.
Oh, do? Yeah, I think we might hit 100
at the beginning of 2022.
Yes, that will be great, because then there'll only be 1 0 before.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe I'll just cut off that 0 and just be like, okay, we're episode number 100. Maybe I won't do this, because it's been like my fuel of, if I have zeros before it, then we have to fill in those zeros.
But you have it's 2 0 zeros.
Yeah.
Oh, so
because I was like, we have to get to episode number 1,000.
Gotcha.
Like setting the goal high, right?
Gotcha.
But Yeah, maybe we'll just at 100.
So really what you're
100.
saying is we can only do 9,999 episodes before it's
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have something.
Something.
We have something there.
Something
At
to
least
look
you know
forward
at some point it's going to end.
Anyway, guys, we love you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Whatever day you're listening
Closing
here on the
thoughts, though, too.
podcast, please do subscribe. We promise to try and get better at our podcast.
Focusing. But another thing in closing thoughts, I know I speak for both of us when I say that I am so grateful for this community.
So grateful.
It blows our mind. It's what we spend our time that we get to talk, just catch up on life. We spend a lot of time talking about you guys because you guys are so beautiful. I think that a lot of people experience social media and some of these places as like a dark place, and you guys light it up.
Yeah,
you guys light it
up for sure. Like,
and we love you.
I
so
mean,
much.
Even this morning we were listening to another podcast and they were talking about like, oh, you turn on social media and it's just the negativity, and it's like, wow, we are so blessed. Like that's
not
really, you guys are like the most amazing in our orbit here. You guys are all so nice. You're so nice. And even if you're going through a hard time or a rough time, you are so nice. You are always being positive. And so we are, you guys are the fuel that keeps us going. So thank you guys so much. We love you. We hope you have a beautiful Thanksgiving if you're in America, and we hope you have a beautiful day of gratitude wherever you're listening. Every day. So
let's do this.
Oh, happy day.
And for those of you guys not on the podcast, we hope to see you guys on Facebook in, I don't even know what time it is.
Yeah,
but
in a little bit, we'll be live for our Catitude review.
We love you guys so much.
Mwah. I can't
see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.
Mwah.